In the ancient land of Israel during the reign of King David, a remarkable and tragic story unfolds. Imagine a world where divine power and royal intrigue intertwine, creating a tale of beauty, ambition, and devastating consequences. At the center of this drama stands Absalom, a man whose unparalleled beauty and charisma captivate all who encounter him. Yet, beneath his handsome exterior lies a heart driven by vanity and a thirst for power. Today, we embark on a journey through Absalom's life, exploring how the most handsome man in the Bible came to commit acts so heinous that they shook the very foundations of his family and kingdom. From the moment he was born, Absalom was destined for greatness. As the son of King David and Maacah, a princess from Geshur, his lineage alone set him apart. His physical appearance was extraordinary, thick, luxurious hair that was cut only once a year, adding to his mystique and allure. Absalom's striking looks and noble heritage made him a figure of admiration and envy. However, his story is not just one of superficial beauty, but of deep-seated ambition and the darker side of human nature. But what drives a man so admired to commit acts so heinous? How does a beloved son of a king transform into a figure of rebellion and tragedy? As we delve into the life of Absalom, we will uncover the complex family dynamics, the fierce love he held for his sister Tamar, and the burning desire for revenge that ultimately led to his downfall. Through this narrative, we will explore the intricate web of relationships, power struggles, and the inevitable consequences of unchecked ambition. Join us as we delve into the dramatic and tragic tale of Absalom's rebellion. This story is not only a historical account, but also a reflection on the timeless themes of pride, justice, forgiveness, and the complexities of human relationships. By the end of this journey, we will see how Absalom's life serves as a cautionary tale, offering lessons that are still relevant today. Let us now begin with the story of a man whose life, despite his beauty and charm, was marked by turmoil and tragedy. Absalom was renowned throughout Israel for his exceptional beauty and commanding presence. His thick, flowing hair, which he cut only once a year, was a symbol of his unparalleled charm and distinction. This annual ritual of cutting his hair was not just a personal grooming habit, but a celebrated event that added to his allure. People marveled at the weight of his hair, which was a testament to his striking appearance and unique charisma. Absalom's physical beauty was often the first thing people noticed about him, but it was also a reflection of his inner confidence and ambition. His mother, Maacah, was a princess from Geshur, and her noble lineage further elevated Absalom's status. Being the son of King David, one of the most revered kings in biblical history, Absalom had a pedigree that commanded respect and admiration. His noble birth and stunning looks made him a figure of fascination in the royal court and among the people of Israel. Absalom's charm and physical attributes were seen as blessings, but they also sowed the seeds of his vanity and ambition, leading to his eventual downfall. Despite his admirable appearance, Absalom's life was far from perfect. His family was plagued by conflict and betrayal, which deeply affected him. The complexities of his family dynamics began to unfold when his half-brother, Amnon, committed a heinous act against their sister Tamar. This event shattered the fragile peace within the royal family and ignited a fire of hatred in Absalom's heart. His protective nature towards Tamar and his desire for justice became defining aspects of his character, shaping his actions and decisions in the years to come. Absalom's charisma was not limited to his appearance. He also possessed a magnetic personality that drew people to him. He had a way with words and a presence that made others feel seen and heard. This ability to connect with people would later play a crucial role in his political ambitions. Absalom knew how to use his charm to gain favor and influence, setting the stage for his eventual rebellion. However, his outward appeal masked an inner turmoil and a growing resentment that would lead him down a path of destruction. The complexities of Absalom's family life were a significant factor in shaping his destiny. Among his siblings, Absalom shared a particularly close bond with his sister Tamar. She was a beautiful and virtuous young woman, and Absalom's love for her was both protective and profound. However, their half-brother Amnon harbored dark desires that would soon shatter the peace within their family. Amnon's obsession with Tamar led to a vile act that would change the course of their lives forever. Amnon, driven by lust, tricked Tamar into visiting his quarters under the guise of needing care. Once alone, he assaulted her, an act that was both brutal and dishonorable. Tamar's cries for help and her subsequent shame reverberated through the royal household, causing a deep and lasting rift. Absalom was devastated by what had happened to his beloved sister. His protective nature turned into a fierce desire for revenge against Amnon, who had committed such a grievous sin. For 2 years, Absalom harbored his hatred and plotted his revenge. The pain and anger he felt were a constant reminder of the injustice done to Tamar. He waited patiently, biding his time until the moment was right. Absalom's cunning and patience culminated in a meticulously planned banquet, where he executed his revenge by having Amnon killed. This act of vengeance, though it avenged Tamar's honor, set off a chain of events that would lead to Absalom's own downfall. After killing Amnon, Absalom fled to Geshur to escape the repercussions of his actions. His exile was a time of reflection and further resentment. King David, heartbroken by the loss of one son and the exile of another, was caught in a web of grief and duty. He mourned for Amnon, but also missed Absalom, his once beloved son. This familial strife and Absalom's subsequent flight marked a turning point in their relationship, setting the stage for the next chapter of Absalom's tumultuous life. The murder of Amnon at Absalom's hands was a pivotal moment in the narrative, marking the transition from familial conflict to outright rebellion. Following the banquet where Amnon met his end, Absalom fled to Geshur, his maternal grandfather's kingdom, seeking refuge from the inevitable wrath of his father, King David. This self-imposed exile was both a strategic retreat and a period of intense reflection. For 3 years, Absalom remained in Geshur, harboring resentment and planning his return. King David, despite his grief over Amnon's death, found himself torn between his duties as a king and his emotions as a father. The loss of Amnon was compounded by the absence of Absalom, whom David still loved dearly despite his heinous act. The heartache within David's family was palpable, a tragic reminder of the complexities of parental love and the responsibilities of kingship. David's inability to reconcile with Absalom added another layer of sorrow to the already strained family dynamics. During his time in Geshur, Absalom's ambitions only grew stronger. He longed not only for his father's forgiveness, but also for a position of power within the kingdom. His thoughts were consumed by the desire to return to Jerusalem, not just as a prodigal son, but as a force to be reckoned with. Absalom's stay in Geshur was a crucible that forged his resolve, sharpening his ambition and his sense of entitlement to the throne. Finally, through the intervention of Joab, one of David's loyal generals, Absalom was allowed to return to Jerusalem. However, the reconciliation was superficial at best. Although he was back in the city, Absalom was not immediately granted an audience with his father. This partial acceptance fueled Absalom's feelings of resentment and betrayal. His return to Jerusalem marked the beginning of a new phase in his life, one characterized by political maneuvering and an unquenchable thirst for power. Absalom's return to Jerusalem did not bring the reconciliation he had hoped for. Despite being allowed back into the city, he remained estranged from his father, King David. For 2 years, Absalom lived in Jerusalem without seeing the king, a situation that only deepened his feelings of resentment and alienation. The strained relationship with his father became a fertile ground for his growing ambitions and desires for power. Absalom knew that to gain his father's attention and the favor of the people, he would need to employ both his charm and cunning. Absalom's charisma and ability to connect with people played a significant role in his strategy. He began positioning himself at the gates of the city, where he would meet and greet the citizens of Israel. He listened to their grievances and offered them justice, portraying himself as a more approachable and fair leader compared to his father. This tactic won him the hearts of many, as he presented himself as the champion of the common people. Absalom's growing popularity was a direct challenge to David's authority and a clear indication of his political aspirations. As his support base grew, Absalom decided it was time to make his move. He requested permission from King David to go to Hebron, under the pretext of fulfilling a vow he had made to the Lord. Once in Hebron, Absalom declared himself king, initiating a rebellion against his father's rule. This act of defiance was a bold and dangerous move, signaling his readiness to challenge David's authority outright. Absalom's declaration of kingship in Hebron was not merely a symbolic gesture. It was a strategic maneuver designed to rally support and assert his claim to the throne. He gathered followers from all over Israel, promising them a new era of justice and prosperity under his rule. Absalom's charisma and persuasive skills proved effective, as many people, disillusioned with David's reign, flocked to his cause. The news of Absalom's rebellion soon reached King David, who found himself in a precarious position. Faced with the reality of his son's insurrection, David decided to flee Jerusalem to avoid bloodshed within the city and to regroup his loyal forces. This retreat was a painful decision for David, as it meant abandoning the city he loved and recognizing the severity of his son's betrayal. The conflict between father and son had now escalated to a full-blown civil war, with the future of the kingdom hanging in the balance. The rebellion led by Absalom set the stage for a dramatic and violent confrontation. As David and his loyalists regrouped, Absalom seized control of Jerusalem, solidifying his position as the new king. However, the battle for the throne was far from over. David's forces, though temporarily displaced, were determined to reclaim the kingdom and restore David's rule. The conflict culminated in a fierce battle in the forest of Ephraim, a place that would soon become synonymous with Absalom's downfall. During the battle, Absalom's long, flowing hair, once a symbol of his beauty and pride, became his undoing. As he rode through the dense forest on his mule, his hair got caught in the branches of a large oak tree, leaving him hanging and vulnerable. Despite David's explicit orders to spare Absalom, Joab, the commander of David's army, saw this as an opportunity to end the rebellion once and for all. Disobeying the king's command, Joab struck Absalom down, killing him and bringing the rebellion to a tragic close. The death of Absalom was a moment of profound sorrow for King David. When news of his son's death reached him, David was overcome with grief. He wept bitterly, crying out, "O my son Absalom, my son Absalom, would I had died instead of you, O Absalom, my son, my son." This lamentation echoed through the halls of history, capturing the heartache of a father mourning the loss of his son. Despite the son's betrayal, David's profound grief highlighted the complexities of parental love and the devastating consequences of familial strife. The rebellion's end left the kingdom of Israel in a state of mourning and reflection. Absalom's ambition and tragic death served as a powerful reminder of the destructive potential of unchecked pride and the devastating impact of betrayal within a family. The story of Absalom's rebellion is a timeless tale of ambition, love, and the tragic consequences of allowing personal desires to overshadow loyalty and justice. Absalom's life and actions provide a rich tapestry of moral and spiritual lessons. One of the most prominent themes is the destructive nature of pride and unchecked ambition. Absalom's desire for power and recognition led him to commit acts that ultimately brought about his downfall. His story serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us of the importance of humility and the dangers of letting pride dictate our actions. The consequences of Absalom's choices were not limited to himself. They rippled through his family and the entire kingdom, causing pain and suffering on a grand scale. The narrative also underscores the importance of justice and forgiveness. Absalom's initial quest for revenge against Amnon was driven by a sense of justice for his sister Tamar. However, his methods and the subsequent actions he took were far from righteous. This highlights the complexity of human emotions and the challenge of seeking justice while maintaining moral integrity. Absalom's inability to forgive and his choice to take matters into his own hands set him on a path of destruction, illustrating the importance of seeking divine guidance and practicing forgiveness. Moreover, Absalom's story reflects the complexities of human relationships, especially within families. The strained relationship between Absalom and David, marked by love, betrayal, and sorrow, is a poignant reminder of the fragile nature of familial bonds. It emphasizes the need for communication, understanding, and reconciliation. David's grief over Absalom's death, despite the rebellion, showcases the enduring love a parent holds for their child, regardless of their actions. This emotional aspect of the story resonates deeply, reminding us of the importance of compassion and empathy in our relationships. In conclusion, the story of Absalom's rebellion offers timeless lessons that are relevant to our lives today. It challenges us to reflect on our own ambitions and relationships, urging us to seek justice, practice forgiveness, and approach life with humility and compassion. As we navigate our own challenges, may we learn from Absalom's story and strive to embody the values of wisdom, integrity, and love. Let us end with a prayer for guidance and strength in dealing with life's complexities, seeking to live in a way that honors these enduring lessons. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the dramatic and tragic tale of Absalom. If you found this story meaningful and thought-provoking, we encourage you to take a moment to reflect on its lessons and how they can apply to your own life. The story of Absalom reminds us of the importance of humility, justice, forgiveness, and the complexities of human relationships. These are values that resonate deeply and can guide us in our everyday actions and decisions. We invite you to share your thoughts and reflections in the comments below. How did Absalom's story impact you? What lessons stood out the most? And how do you plan to incorporate them into your life? Your insights and perspectives are valuable, and we would love to hear from you. Engaging in this dialogue helps us all grow and learn from each other, enriching our understanding of these timeless stories. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our channel for more content on biblical stories and their enduring lessons. By subscribing, you ensure that you won't miss out on future videos that delve into the rich tapestry of biblical narratives and their moral teachings. Your support helps us continue to create meaningful and engaging content that explores the profound wisdom found in these ancient texts. Lastly, we encourage you to share this video with friends and family who might benefit from its lessons. Spreading these stories helps to keep their wisdom alive and relevant in our modern world. Thank you for being a part of our community, and we look forward to continuing this journey of exploration and reflection with you. May we all find the wisdom, compassion, and strength to navigate our lives with grace and integrity.